It's Macedonian time. Oh, I love this. Always love to see the new strats coming out from this Civ. Corvinus on the Macedonians, going up against rank number 5 in the world in the green as House Lancaster. Let's get to it. Okay, welcome back to the channel, folks, for Cast a Game. Legends from the ladders here. Green, we've featured him on the channel before. He's the one with the what is it called? It's like trying to see if I can actually recognize what it's from. I think it's Witcher. Yeah, it's like a Witcher avatar. So he's currently ranked 5th in the world with 2,213 elo. So he's actually the favorite player based on ranking. Macedonians versus Lancaster is kind of an intriguing thought, though. I wonder how Corvinus is going to try to approach this. We do have a Dark Age rush coming in from Lancaster. Nothing too unusual there. We see it a lot of the time. Who is this? He farms your ladder? I can't... Was this the one that we said was Ayumi? I can't remember if it was Ayumi. What was it? I'm trying to remember, because Balton, there was a player with Balton's like, it's just... He doesn't have a name. It might be that one. This guy has like been pretty consistently up there. Ranked 5th in the world right now. Season 11, he's ranked 11th. He's a fierce boy. He farms a lot of people, man. You know, like we watched him beat some of the very best in the game. And do so quite convincingly. That's actually made me think, where has Creator been recently, actually? He hasn't been playing as much. Yeah, just check this. Creator's been taking a bit of a break? No, he's still playing a decent amount of 1v1, but doesn't seem as hard committed as before. I don't know, maybe it's the burnout. Like, there's no tournament, no S-tier tournament going on right now, right? So, probably people just taking a chill pill. Okay, so Lancaster, they did go double spear onto the gold. Now we'll look for tech. Wonder if Corvinus is going to be going for Hippodrome here, or do you go for the Grand Winery? I think Hippodrome could be pretty strong against Lancaster. Stops them, really deters them from going Yeoman. Also means that your horsemen just destroy the Hobbler because of the extra damage. There you go, yeah, Hippodrome coming through. With this type of spawn, it does make a lot of sense. You know, he's got 4 berries for a start, which would have made Grand Winery harder. And Sheep Hall wasn't a resounding win. He's got 12 sheep compared to the, 13? So he won slightly, but not by much. Because remember, Lancaster starts with 4 sheep extra. Because reasons. In the devs' defense, the thought process was reasonable of like, hey, because they eat through sheep a lot faster, they need more sheep at the start. Otherwise, they're heavily disadvantaged on sheep rotations. So, like, there is a good reason why they've done this. This, not so much. Abbey of Kings, Lords of Lancaster. They finally nerfed them, but I still have... I don't know, man. I don't know if it's good enough. I think you kind of can't over-nerf the Lords now, though, because of the state of their mana game. Their first 1 or 2 manas, better. But 3, 4, and beyond mana count feels really hard to achieve now with Lancaster. Stone Gathering in the back from Gorg. He's not 2TCing, is he? Because that would be weird, no? All you need to do is limit each mana to 10 captured vills. Yeah, but the problem really at that point with limiting the mana to calculating 10 is like, I think Lancaster is just going to collapse overnight. Lancaster's not dominating as much as they were, not even close. And I feel like if you take away this initial mana buff, this Civ is going to crumble so fast. Some people go like, good, they deserve to. I feel that. But you want them to be somewhat viable still. Whereas that change would completely double straight away. Output's going up. Yeah, Corvinus is... He's going 2TC, I think. He's already on 200 wood. 2TC Macedonians wasn't really on the bingo card. And, like, what does Lancaster now do? Presumably this is going to be an all-in strat to try and contest 2TC. You could try to greed yourself, but, like we were just highlighting, it doesn't feel great, does it? You know, trying to greed scale off of manas is really hard now past the first 2. So it does feel like you're pretty much being pushed towards an all-in timing. You could technically rush castle. I think he's going to TC, actually. He's gathering so much stone. Wait, what? Okay, so, like, this is kind of weird from both, but it makes a bit more sense from green, because if I saw Macedonians doing 2 TC, the reason why I can justify it a bit better than you can is because of the way the manors function. I want to have more villages. And the other cool thing is you get a rebate when you build a town center as Lancaster. Because a town center build will spawn 4 sheep at it. So you get 800 food to harvest for building a TC. Yeah, it is straight under the deer. Second TC going on deer as well from Corvinus. You haven't seen 2 TC before? I feel like I've seen it a few times. But for a tempo civ, it can feel a bit weird. I don't know, Corvinus trying to cook up something brand spanking new, it seems. I guess it is like kind of unusual in conjunction with the fact that he went for Hippodrome. Because the idea is that you're going to get these units to raid, but it's very hard to dive against Lancaster anyway. That being said, he did min-max on that dive with a scout. He even got a kill for it. Okay, that's actually pretty impressive. Almost cost him the scout, but does actually punish the TC. A slight worker lead for him. And remember, he's going to get more and more goodies here. He's about to get the Horseman in 5 seconds. Then after that, Radari Champion. The concept isn't as flawed as you'd think to be like 2 TC versus 2 TC when you consider these buffs. Because now you've both gone 2 town center, this does mean you should actually be participating in a longer feudal age, technically. And if that's the case, then it means you will get that Radari Champion out and we'll find use out of him. He's a big one, remember, because of the movement speed. Yeah, you get a Radari Champion, your Bog Mathron are going to be able to run down Yeoman. Not bad. Horseman just scurrying about. He's so freaking tanky. Hey guys, don't mind me. I almost have the exact same health as a Castle-Age Knight. Okay, bye. Did I mention he comes with 2 melee armor for reasons we cannot explain? Why? Wait, why does he have melee armor? I feel like he's good enough without that, no? He's so good. And free. Another fun detail for you. Remember, all champion units heal. It's, you know, like, the more I'm thinking about what Corvinus has done here, it's a little bit like playing English versus Lancaster, because this Abbey of Kings, Mounted King type thing is what you're getting ×3. The initial one isn't as impactful. The scout has low damage, horseman, whatever, but like you get there, you know what I mean? You basically get to a stage where you have 3 cavalry units for free that can raid and idle your opponent out. It's pretty freaking crafty. Like, I'm inclined to say in some ways it's better than English 2TC. In some ways. Because remember, you don't have farms building up like English would. But for the harassment factor, it's pretty surprising, the effect. Castle Rush coming behind this from Corv. Yoinks the sheep! So, you know what I said about Lancaster being pretty efficient for 2TC because of the rebate? That only works if you actually keep your 4 sheep. Alright, 75% of the TC drop buff that Lancaster gets goes the way of Macedonians. Manners Online has 2 of them. It's not a bad buff, but it's not crazy. Golden Horn Tower right in the way, which just makes sense. Like, if Lancaster was planning to inflate and all in you, now they can't. Like, it's really weird to see him mirroring what Lancaster is doing in a lot of ways. Because if you think about it, this is a white tower. Yeah, like, this one's probably going to be cool when Macedonians mirror you, but do it better. Is this Louis? No. This is someone else. It's better than White Tower has crossbow placements. True. But in terms of, like, the tempo, right, it's different. Earl's Guard will be there straight away, whereas you're going to have to wait for yours. But you will get more and more and more and more. Corvinus has got the champion out already. Horseman champion. Like, this is the other crazy thing. These all get upgraded straight away. So the horseman just got buffed on his health stats and his armor. The Ridari champion has also, for some reason, been buffed. He also just got the armor levels. Oh, man. This is wacky. It's kind of suffocating. Love the follow-up from Corvinus. Now just rushing relics because he knows his opponent can't get out of the base. Strikes another worker kill. Varangian Stronghold's getting added in just to buff up that push rate. Wonder if he's going to go guards here. It sounds a little bit weird, but the white tower doesn't really protect your main, so you could just walk around it and dive with guards. Ah, who am I kidding? More Ridari. Why would you ever build anything but the best heavy cavalry unit in the game? I mean, come on. Really hate that white tower placement. Yeah, it's... I guess he felt threatened on the second TC, but ultimately there's like nothing to protect here. The town center is the only thing because the deer's going to be gone really fast. Whereas back here is completely exposed, where you've got your wood lines and your gold. Like, it could have made more sense maybe over here for the berries plus the gold. Let's even protect the relic. Earth's going to flood on Christmas? That sounds like something someone living in Britain would say. I've enjoyed my winter being full of rain. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 no. Alright, looks like Green's probably going to end up being a sad one relic boy. A guy on TikTok said, whoa, that's better than like watching the news. Oh. It's like when someone jams their dick in a door and they're like, oh, but the guy on TikTok told me to do it. He said it would make me girthier. And I gotta say, the swelling does make me look bigger. But also I am in immense pain. So it looks like we're going to see a shift to the north. I mean, it's a good spawn for the deer and the berries. Maybe you even pull the boar back afterwards. Does that work? I don't know, man. We got to, like... I mean... Legally, I don't think I can say it works. But legally, I can also say it does not work. There's only one way to find out. It's like going 15 TC Abbasids against Rus. You just don't know until you've done it. I think it comes down to where you live, because then it's a case of like, you know, legally, do you have to prove me wrong, or do I have to prove me right? Nice to know, actually, on that relic. Is he going to do better than expected? I think he is. Yeah, what? Free relic gaming for green? Hog? Corvinus with a Bog Maffa switch. So it was just a few Ridari now, and it is going to be Varangian plus Bog Maffa now. Why not speeds? I think a Maffa makes a lot of sense, no? Because your opponent has spear crossbows, so you building Varangian doesn't actually help you. Oh, he's doing it for Romfire. That is very interesting, guys. Remember, Romfire, we always talk about for Ridari, but you can see there, you get specifically bonus damage versus light infantry with your Varangian. And all of Lancaster's comp, except for the Lords, is gonna be light. I still wonder if spears would have been better, but I can see the idea at least. And it can work really well, because it sounds like you're getting dove until you remember that the Macedonians have runestones for movement speed, and they also now have the Ridari champion for movement speed. Spear mass moving across a little bit slow here. Ridari should be able to creep in. Who's winning right now? I think it's fair to say Corv is definitely like in a good position here. With the switch up he's got coming in, the slight eco lead, the fact that he's already going to be addressing the fort of the base as well. And this is the thing, between the TC and the White Tower, it's all so filled. White Tower already under siege. And yes, Macedonians do get the Flaming Trebs, but that's an Imperial Age deck. The cooler one I'm looking forward to eventually seeing is Prolonged Siege. Prolonged Siege sounds really freaking good for Treb play. That's the one where the longer you're set up, the more damage you do. So you get a 50% DPS increase, and it does affect bonus damage. So basically, over 50 seconds, you go from having Trebs to having Weekly Packs. As long as they do. I just love the idea that it's just angry Vikings getting impatient about the siege and be like, come on, hit them harder. Okay, bro. These strong Vikings walk over like, I've lifted so many rocks on this trebuchet. I can now lift a bigger one. And just charges into old man in the park. What's up? Appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you. This is the Prime sub, mate. Welcome to Swarm. Is he just letting the white tower go down? He kind of is, really. 4 workers now, but that's pretty late. Yeah, it's triple trap. This is dead. Wait. We're getting sprinkles. Okay, now I really want him to get Imperial Age, because there's a tech which we never, ever see, which is Roman Fire. Roman Fire is the one that increases your scroll attack speed and makes them leave fire where they shoot. Rebs are going to get Rast. Green coming to Corvinus here. Regrets it straight away when he sees the range mass. Yeesh. And the sprinkles. Rebs. Now we'll go back to finish it off. I mean, this is White Tower's toast. After that, the TC, and like, this is now the problem. You've made it very easy for Corvinus to force you to do something. Because once this TC goes down, you're going to get outscaled. So you're going to need to attack somewhere. Crazy amount of gold for gold, by the way. That's why I love the fact he's just regurgitating more sprinkles. He's using the fact that he's got this gold and needs to put it somewhere. The Hovelar is a smart scrap from Green. Paul, remember, he chose Varangian over Spearman, so like Hovelar could be Green's saving grace. We may have forgotten about this. He's not going to get another monk out of time. Yeah, so he has one monk. And where is he? He's going to want to find him quick, because once this white tar goes down, yoikening can commence. The Varangian strongholds. He's got the arrow slits, remember. So the stronghold defensive arrow slits add a lot of DPS into the attack here. Moving to burn down the white tower again, just in case it's a repair attempt. Monk, that's the only one he's got. Cool. Ain't gonna let it happen. Moves across. So denial. Relics belong to Corvinus. I don't know, man. Like this is an intriguing reaction to 2TC. I gotta give props for ideas here. I feel like most people playing Angry Viking Man would have seen 2TC and said, greed, attack. The fact he realized the maths should make sense for him to do it too is pretty good. Sorry, no, it was the other way around, wasn't it? Sorry, my brain, I'm fragged today. It was a reaction from Green. Could Green have all-inned him? I don't necessarily think he could have. If it was 2TC Fast Castle with Golden Tower, like, I don't know if I'd say Green's choice was necessarily wrong. I think he just got forced into a weird position. Now this is even weirder. 2TC out the gate. Because, like, if they stayed 1 TC and 1 TC, it would have made the mana very strong in the engagements. But it's like, instead of feeling pressured by that incoming timing, by going 2 TC so early, it just forces Green into a weird dynamic. I would have loved to see him try this again and just not go 2 TC and all in. But my instincts are to say that it would be very hard to make it work. Because of things like the Bog Maffer defense, also the fact that you had these free champions just raiding your base. I think like that's the key detail that made this make sense. Corvinus essentially treated this Civ like English 2TC, but just 3 times the cavalry. These sprinkles, man. The Hovelars just ain't there, man. Sieging continues. With the farm transition on the way, it just feels like Green needs time he's not going to get. The Hovelar instead raid into the main. We'll find some workers, but I mean, Corv Good density here as the military mass just keep pushing for the win. Kind of needs to as well. He's got the triple trebuchet. He's burning through the infrastructure. The Hobbler raids are going to get a little bit of damage done, but the freebie spearman spawning proved to be a saving grace. Yeah, just need to keep this pressure up. Even brought Relic to the front line to have a no fuck. Crossbow count is a bit scary. I think that's the only thing you have to really be worried about here. Let's queue up the champions again. It shivs out. The Hobbler raids are going to eventually be stopped. We'll claim a few more lives. But remember, like, this is fine for Corvinus because it's 2 TC versus 1. He does have to worry about farms, but honestly, he's done a decent amount of that. He's up to 24 farms already. Sieging continues. I kind of like that he's just not going straight for the landmarks. Because it'd be very hard to get it quick enough. Whereas this is slowing down the repro rate. He's got a decent amount of Ageofempires now. That's his spearman. And I wondered how he was going to answer the crossbow mass. He's choosing mangoes. Mangonels aren't that effective in castle. There's actually a fair argument here that building a few outposts would have been better because Macedonians also have the mangonel replacement. You go for the mana next. Before that happens, Greed is going to look for the engagement. Hobbler, headbutt the front line. Not that there's much of one right now. Wallow's going to come through, though. That's going to force Green back. The Sprinkle Splash damage is huge here, actually. Health bars are not looking pretty. Has to look for the recharge. The Sprinkles are getting the reload. Hobbler backstab coming through. Goes straight in after the siege. Does draw the fire. Reinforcements starting to arrive, but it's going to be a crash and a crush. Green able to break in. The Sprinkles are gone. New Wallow on the way. He needs something big to try and clutch this up. He's not even triggering it right now. However, these arrow slits are important. The Spearman now arriving. That's something Green doesn't have an answer for. Just raw spears. And more Varangian and archers coming. I mean, this is the weird thing. It's an outpost and a production building all built into one. And you see how much it cost him. Green went from a military lead to a double up for Corvinus. Oh my dear God. That is ridiculous. The boot camp, not to mention the arrow fire, is 12 damage every second. It's a crossbowman's base damage after all. And what a turnaround. I can't believe it flipped that quick. I mean, the Hobbler looks so good up to a point. And we've reached the end of their point. GG called. Corvinus showing you the power of Varangian strongholds for a gradual push. Not just a production building, but an outpost to protect you.